Hello Swatantra TV viewers. I am Mahima, welcoming you to our English bulletin with latest news, updates and analysis. The proceedings of the Lok Sabha were adjourned for the day on Friday as the opposition demanded a discussion on the alleged irregularities in the conduct of the medical entrance exam NEET. When the House reassembled at 12 noon, opposition members continued with their demand for a discussion on matters related to the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test or NEET. Speaker Om Birla and Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju told opposition members that they can discuss the matter during the course of the motion of thanks on the President's address. Birla said there are certain norms of parliament that have to be followed and committees have to be formed, to which Congress MP Gaurav Gogoi said students are not aware of it. They are only demanding justice. As members from the Congress, TMC and DMK parties stormed the well, Rijiju said it is for the first time that the opposition is seen demanding a discussion on an issue before the House takes up the motion of thanks on the President's address. As members continued with sloganeering, Birla said the people have elected members to this House so that they can raise and discuss issues and not disrupt the proceedings. As the House continued to see uproar, Birla adjourned the proceedings till Monday. When the House met in morning, opposition members were on their feet seeking the acceptance of an adjournment motion to suspend all business and discuss matters related to NEET. However, the Speaker said he would first take up the obituary references to 13 former members, including ex-Lok Sabha Speaker and ex-Maharashtra Chief Minister Manohar Joshi. When the obituary references were over, the opposition members were on their feet again.
माननीय सदस्यगण, राष्ट्रपति अभिभाषण में आप सभी मुद्दों पर, सभी विषयों पर चर्चा कर सकते हैं और मैं सरकार से भी अपेक्षा करूंगा वह आपके उठाए गए हर मुद्दे पर जवाब देगी। आप सब विषय उठा सकते हैं राष्ट्रपति अभिभाषण में, सब विषय पर। संक्षिप्त मत उठाओ, आप डिटेल में चर्चा करो। आपके पास पर्याप्त समय नहीं, एक व्यवस्था दे दी है नहीं, सभा पटल पर रखे जाने वाले पत्र। राष्ट्रपति अभिभाषण पर माननीय प्रतिपक्ष के नेता, मेरा विषय है कि आपको दोनों, आप जितना आपकी पार्टी का समय आप पूरा भी ले सकते हैं, मुझे कोई आपत्ति नहीं, आप डिटेल में बोलना, लेकिन एडजॉर्नमेंट मोशन पर और अन्य विषयों पर पहले ही व्यवस्था दे चुके हैं। इसलिए मैं सदन से आग्रह करूंगा कि आप प्रतिपक्ष के नेता हैं, आप संसदीय मर्यादाओं का पालन करेंगे, ऐसी मेरी अपेक्षा आपसे।
Leader of opposition in Lok Sabha Rahul Gandhi on Friday urged Prime Minister Narendra Modi to hold a respectful and good discussion in Parliament on the issue of alleged irregularities in the conduct of the NEET examination as it concerns the country's youth and their future. Addressing reporters in Parliament complex, Gandhi said the NEET issue should be discussed before the motion of thanks on the President's address is taken up. The NEET issue is the most important issue of the day, and the opposition parties have agreed that it should be taken up for discussion before anything else, the Congress leader told reporters. The youth are worried and they do not know what is going to happen. A message and assurance should go to the youth from Parliament that India's government and the opposition are together in raising the concerns of students, he said. Gandhi said the India bloc thinks this is the most important matter. He said the opposition members will hold the discussion respectfully. Rahul Gandhi said during their meeting on Thursday, all opposition floor leaders unanimously felt that there should be a discussion on the NEET issue in Parliament. The National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test Undergraduate or NEET UG was conducted by the NTA on 5th May with around 24 lakh candidates taking part in it. The Education Ministry also cancelled the University Grants Commission National Eligibility Test UGC NET and NEET postgraduate examinations after receiving inputs that the exams' integrity may have been compromised.
हिंदुस्तान के जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनको हम जॉइंट मैसेज देना चाहते थे।
हाँ दें, आप
सुनिए जॉइंट मैसेज देना चाहते थे ऑपोजिशन और सरकार के साइड से कि इस मुद्दे को हम ज़रूरी मानते हैं और इसीलिए हमने सोचा था कि आज स्टूडेंट्स की रिस्पेक्ट करने के लिए हम नीट पर डिस्कशन करें,
ठीक है, आप व्यवस्था दे दीजिए।
डेडिकेटेड डिस्कशन। अब बात यह है कि दो फोर्सेस हैं, एक
है।
तरफ
नहीं माने, प्लीज ओके। सभा पटल पर रखे जाने वाले पत्र आइटम नंबर 3, श्री अर्जुन मेघवाल जी।
धन्यवाद अध्यक्ष जी। मैं आपकी अनुमति से आज की संशोधित कार्यसूची के क्रम संख्या 3 पर अंकित दस्तावेज जो डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह जी के नाम के आगे उल्लेखित है, आपकी अनुमति से सदन के पटल पर रखता हूं।
Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan on Friday said the government is ready for discussion on the medical entrance exam NEET, but that should take place as per tradition and by maintaining decorum. Interacting with reporters after the Lok Sabha was adjourned for the day amid protests by the opposition demanding a discussion on the alleged irregularities in the conduct of NEET UG, the minister appealed to them not to confuse the students. The government is ready for every kind of discussion, but everything should happen following norms and maintaining decorum. The president spoke about the exam in her speech yesterday, and it shows the government's intention that we are ready to face any issue, Pradhan said outside parliament. He said the government's responsibility is towards the youth and students of the country. When the government is ready to put forth its side, then what is the confusion? We are going to take the strictest action and the CBI is going to nab everyone involved. We will not spare anyone, Pradhan said. The National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test, undergraduate, or NEET UG was conducted by the NTA on 5th May with around 24 lakh candidates taking part in it. The results were announced on 4th June and almost immediately were followed by allegations of irregularities and question paper leaks in states such as Bihar. The Rajya Sabha witnessed repeated adjournments on Friday following an uproar by opposition parties demanding immediate discussion on the alleged irregularities in NEET as the House took up the motion of thanks to the President's address. When the Rajya Sabha reassembled at 2:30 p.m. after the third adjournment, DMK member Tiruchi Siva informed the House that Congress MP Phulo Devi Netam, who had fainted earlier, had blood pressure. In response, Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar said he had taken all steps, suspended the working of the House. All arrangements were made and that was the most that could be done. Everything is being taken care of. However, the opposition was apparently not satisfied and started sloganeering. Soon after, they staged a walkout and were also joined by members of the Biju Janata Dal. Dhankar again expressed anguish over the situation prevailing in the House. He said it was unbelievable that leader of opposition Mallikarjun Kharge entered the well of the House to protest. The deputy leader of the party Pramod Tiwari also walked in, and senior leader Mukul Vasnik also walked in. It was a very painful moment for me. We expect the leader of the opposition and leader of the House to exemplify their conduct that is worth emulating, Dhankar said. A cab driver died and 6 people were injured after a portion of a canopy at Delhi Airport's Terminal 1 collapsed on cars amid heavy rain early Friday, leading to suspension of flight departures, according to officials. Civil Aviation Minister K. Rammohan Naidu visited Terminal 1 to take stock of the situation. He said he was monitoring the situation and the injured had been hospitalized. Delhi Fire Services officials said 3 fire tenders were rushed to Terminal 1 of the airport after a call about the incident was received around 5:30 a.m. Besides the roof sheet, the support beams collapsed, damaging the cars parked in the pickup and drop area of the terminal. A search operation was conducted to make sure no one was trapped inside the damaged vehicles, they said. The injured have been admitted to Medanta Hospital near the airport. One of them was rescued from a car on which an iron beam had fallen. He was later identified as Ramesh Kumar, they added. Work was underway to clear the debris. Deputy Commissioner of Police Usha Rangnani said due to heavy rains, the shed outside Terminal 1 of the Indira Gandhi International Airport, spanning from departure gate number 1 to gate number 2 collapsed around 5 am, damaging 4 vehicles. One person died and 6 people were injured in the incident. All the injured are stable, she said.
कि जो प्रधानमंत्री साहब जो इनॉग्रेट किया वो दूसरा बिल्डिंग है, दूसरी तरफ है। जो यहाँ कोलैप्स हुआ है वो 2009 में 2009 में पुरानी बिल्डिंग है। 2009 में जो उस टाइम ओपन हुआ था, तो उसके ऊपर जो इंस्पेक्शन करना है वो अभी करवाएं। अब तुरंत हम कमेंट नहीं कर सकते, इसके ऊपर तो थरो इन्वेस्टिगेशन होना है। और जो टेक्निकल एस्पेक्ट, जो फॉरेंसिक या सिक्योरिटी एस्पेक्ट जो देखते हैं बिल्डिंग का, वो सब अपना रिपोर्ट देंगे, तो उसके हिसाब से ये गवर्नमेंट का इतना तो मैं बता सकता हूँ, दिस गवर्नमेंट विल नॉट टॉलरेट एनी अनटुवर्ड दिस थिंग एटीट्यूड। अगर कहीं पे कुछ लापरवाही रहेगी तो ये सरकार
Bharat Rashtra Samiti Chevella MLA Kale Yadaya quit the party and joined Congress in the presence of Telangana Chief Minister A. Revant Reddy in Delhi on Friday. Kale Yadaya had started his political from the Grand Old Party. He won the 2014 election under the Congress banner. The Chevella legislator switched his allegiance to BRS in 2018 and got elected to the state assembly twice. The Congress has lured 6 BRS MLAs and several key leaders including BRS General Secretary and Rajya Sabha member K. Kesav Rao and his daughter and Greater Hyderabad Mayor Garwal Vijayalakshmi. 6 BRS MLAs, Kale Yadaya, Khairatabad MLA Danam Nagendar, Ghanpur legislator Kadiya Srihari, Bhadrachalam MLA Tellam Venkat Rao, former Assembly Speaker and Banswada MLA Pocharam Srinivas Reddy and Jagtial MLA M. Sanjay Kumar, have so defected the Congress. Meanwhile, BRS urged Assembly Speaker Gaddam Prasad on Thursday to disqualify turncoats. Recent defections have already appeared to be causing internal strifes in Congress as discontent rises from various corners. Party veteran and MLC Jeevan Reddy expressed unhappiness over BRS MLA from Jagtial and rival M. Sanjay Kumar joining the party and threatened to quit. The Criminal Investigation Department probing charges against former Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa of sexually assaulting a minor girl has alleged in the charge sheet that the BJP leader and 3 other accused paid money to the alleged victim and her mother to buy their silence. The 81-year-old Yediyurappa has been charged under Section the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act and sexual harassment, destruction of document or electronic record to prevent its production as evidence and offering gift or restoration of property in consideration of screening offender of the Indian Penal Code. According to the charge sheet, on 2nd February this year, at around 11:15 am, the 17-year-old alleged victim, along with her 54-year-old mother, who is the complainant, visited Yediyurappa at his residence in Bengaluru. While Yediyurappa was speaking with the mother, he was holding the victim's right wrist with his left hand, it said. Yediyurappa then called the minor inside a meeting room next to the hall and locked the door. He then asked the victim whether she remembered the face of the person who had sexually assaulted her earlier, to which the victim replied twice stating that she did, the charge sheet said. Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu on Friday alleged that the state suffered bigger damage under the previous YS Jagan Mohan Reddy-led YSRCP government than the bifurcation of United Andhra Pradesh, citing the case of the Polvaram project. He claimed that the project, which was completed up to 72% under his regime between 2014 and 2019, had only witnessed 4% progress in civil works in the last 5 years under the YSRCP government. According to the CM, the mega irrigation project can store 194 TMC feet water, enable the utilization of 322 TMC feet water, irrigate 7.2 lakh acres, offer drinking water to 28.5 lakh people and generate 960 megawatts of hydropower, saving about 500 TMC fed to 700 TMC feet Godavari river waters draining into the sea using the project and supplementing them with the existing water resources available across the state will obviate the scope for famine, said Naidu. He highlighted that his predecessor had crippled the project midway by replacing existing contractors, resulting in cost and time overrun.
ఎప్పటికప్పుడు ప్రజలు కూడా సహకరిస్తే తప్ప సాధ్యం కాదు. అందుకే మొట్టమొదటిసారిగా 7 వైట్ పేపర్స్ పబ్లిసైజ్ చేస్తున్నాం. సమయం కూడా తక్కువ ఉంది. ఒక పక్కన నిన్నటి వరకు ఫార్మాలిటీస్ అని మేము కంప్లీట్ చేయాలి. అది అయిన తర్వాత కేంద్రంలో బడ్జెట్ పెడుతున్నారు, ఇక్కడ బడ్జెట్ పెట్టాలి. కేంద్రంలో బడ్జెట్ పెట్టే ముందు మన సమస్యలన్నీ వాళ్ళ దృష్టికి తీసుకొచ్చి ఎంతవరకు వీలైతే అంతవరకు మనం ఫండ్స్ తెచ్చుకోవడం కానీ అదే మరి ప్రాజెక్టులు తీసుకోవడం కానీ ఇవన్నీ జరగాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. అందుకే ఒక 20-25 రోజుల్లో 7 పేపర్లు కూడా చర్చలన్నీ కంప్లీట్ చేసి మళ్ళీ మేము అసెంబ్లీ సమావేశాలు పెట్టుకొని బడ్జెట్ కూడా ప్రవేశపెట్టాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది.
Bharti Airtel on Friday announced a 10 to 21% hike in prepaid and postpaid mobile tariffs, a day after larger rival Reliance Jio announced an increase in rates. The move assumes significance as it marks the first major increase in tariffs by the telecom industry in 2.5 years. Airtel's tariff hike across various plans ranges from 10 to 21% and will be effective from 3rd July. While the rate of daily data add-on will see an increase by 3 rupees, rising from 19 rupees to 22 rupees, in the case of 365-day validity plan offering 2 gigabytes a day, the increase works out to as high as 600 rupees, as rates are set to rise from 2,999 rupees all the way to 3,599 rupees. In the unlimited voice plan category, tariff has been raised from 179 rupees to 199 rupees, marking a 20 rupees increase in this 28-day validity plan that offers 2 gigabytes of data to users. Bharti Airtel said it has maintained that the mobile average revenue per user needs to be upwards of 300 rupees to enable a financially healthy business model for telcos in India. Airtel's move comes close on the heels of tariff hike announcement by Reliance Jio, and market watchers expect a similar tariff hike move from Vodafone Idea soon. Market benchmarks Sensex and Nifty halted their 3-day record-hitting rally to close with losses on Friday as investors booked profit in banking, finance, and tech stocks despite a positive trend in global equities. Snapping a 4-session winning run, equity indices succumbed to selling pressure after mid-session when profit-taking emerged on select counters. After hitting fresh all-time high level in early trade, the 30-share index declined 210.45 points or 0.27% to settle at 79,032.73. During the day, it jumped 428.4 points or 0.54% to hit a fresh record peak of 79,671.58. The Nifty went lower by 33.90 points or 0.14% to 24,010.60. During the day, it climbed 129.5 points or 0.53% to hit a new lifetime high of 24,174. The Sensex breached the historic 79,000 mark on Thursday, and the Nifty hit the 24,000 level for the first time in intraday trade. Reliance Industries, Tata Motors, Asian Paints, Nestle and Titan were the biggest gainers. Foreign institutional investors bought equities worth 7,658.77 crore rupees on Thursday, according to exchange data. Gold prices climbed 370 rupees to 72,550 rupees per 10 grams in the national capital on Friday amid a rise in precious metal rates internationally. The yellow metal prices had settled at 72,180 rupees per 10 grams on Thursday. Silver prices also jumped 600 rupees to 91,200 rupees per kg. It had closed at 90,600 rupees per kg in the previous session. In Delhi markets, spot gold prices 24 carats are trading at 72,550 rupees per 10 grams, up by 370 rupees from the previous close. In the overseas markets, spot gold at COMEX was trading at US $2,322 per ounce, up $17 from the previous close. In addition, silver was quoted higher at US $29.20 per ounce. It had ended at US $28.94 per ounce in the previous session. Thank you for watching Swatantra TV English Bulletin. For a complete and comprehensive English news bulletin, please do watch Swatantra TV. This is Mahima, signing off. Keep watching Swatantra TV.